the fellow was saying he was at his girlfriend's house. He's sitting there talking with his girlfriend. And so the phone rings, and his ex-girlfriend calls him. A football player, I've had many coaches, basketball and track. This is the hardest thing
Let me tell you a little bit about how I got into.
I'm going to take your advice and just know that it's tough.
No, go. Y'all be in the mirror doing all of this here stuff. And again, motion is what?
Motion is lotion.
Yeah. Let's say it all together. Let's say it all together at one time. Motion is. Welcome to Minister
Ben Willis. Ben Willis.
Blastoff
Podcast.
Uncut, unapologetic, straight with no chaser. Welcome to Minister Ben Willis Blastoff Podcast, uncut, unapologetic, straight with no chaser. Before I get started, I would like for you to like and share, subscribe, leave comments, because I do answer your comments. And I'd like to thank my viewing and listening audience for their support. I really appreciate that. And, before I get started,
okay,
I'd like to congratulate my son, Jamil Willis, and his wife, his lovely wife, Mia Willis, for gifting me a granddaughter.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Gifted me a granddaughter.
Really?
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Little
More
Navi,
life.
Aaliyah, Amiris Willis.
More life.
She is just a little doll. And that's my first granddaughter. I got grandsons, but my first granddaughter. Man,
here we go.
It tugs my heartstrings.
Yeah.
I mean,
Different,
it
huh?
really do tugs my heartstrings. So I want to thank them for gifting me that. I wish them nothing but the best.
Shout out to family.
And
Yes.
Mia, you got to get back at it again and give me some more granddaughters.
Hey, wow.
Give her a break.
Right,
Give her a break.
right.
Congratulations, sir.
And
Congrats, man.
I did something yesterday. There was a major feat.
Don't talk about it.
And maybe I'm going to talk about it because I'm very proud of it.
Okay.
And I went to the Croc. This happened at the Croc Center yesterday. No one in the history of the Croc Center ever done this.
Oh.
I did 2 classes. Zumba with TATYANA.
Shout out to
I
Zumba.
did half of that class, and I completed the other half with this young lady across from me.
All right.
Gospel aerobics.
Okay.
Completed it. Done it.
All right.
No one has never done that in the
2
history of the
classes in
Croc
a
Center. Nobody.
Okay.
Nobody.
All right.
Non-stop.
Shout
Well,
out.
now,
Shout out to Breaking Records.
That's what I'm talking about.
man, Willis,
Now, listen, what happened, though, I was up there, and they thought I was going to pass out, and I was going hard, real hard.
Yeah.
And so everybody's laughing as I'm leaving. I had to leave and go back down to gospel aerobics. And so I get down there, and they working out. I said, I hope they sit in the chairs so I can sit down because I'm tired. And as soon as I get in there and sit in the chairs, all of a sudden, this lady started, get up, turn down. I started getting dizzy.
Dizzy.
Getting dizzy is crazy.
Dizzy is
Yeah.
tough.
So
some
that
water
was
on
a
you? At
feat
least
that
you had
I
some.
got, and I hope I impressed my instructor here. Oh, one more thing. I want to see if I can run this by you guys and see if it's all right.
Okay.
I was thinking about starting a senior citizen bullfighting tournament. Do you think that'll work?
Well, I'm not going to volunteer.
You're not going to do it? You guys think it'll work?
A senior citizen bullfighting like
Yeah.
Oh,
tournament.
man.
Like, oh, like,
Yeah,
you know, you
So
think
who's
that'll
gonna
work?
do the training? Like who gonna
I'm
do?
teaching them.
Okay, all right.
First, what you have to do is,
What's the
Yeah.
insurance look like?
huh?
Insurance like health.
Well, I got a cousin named Boudreaux. He got
Senior
insurance,
citizen.
bootleg insurance,
No,
bootleg insurance. But first he got to get out of jail first before we can do
Oh
that.
my goodness.
Okay.
I love the
I mean,
idea.
honestly, here we go. Yes, it could work.
It can work. That's what I'm talking about.
There-
See, this is what I like
there
about.
we
See, it's about bringing the youth and the elders together. And I think I'm gonna have the elder gentlemen deal with the young youth males, and we're gonna do some skydiving classes.
All right.
Without parachutes. We're gonna wrap ourselves in bubble wrap.
Oh, no.
Because that's good therapy.
That's-
You know, how you get the bubble wrap, you start turning it, and it starts
Okay.
popping and everything.
Yeah.
So once we hit the ground and we start popping like
How
popcorn.
high are you up in the air?
We up
30,000 feet?
there. Let's do it.
No,
Let's
no,
make
you-
it happen.
I'm not a volunteer.
Okay, all right.
So far, I'm
Scaring her. You are
I'm
scaring
2
the
for 2
show lady.
out.
Okay, right. And another thing, I want to give a
man.
shout out to TATYANA and her mother, Mount Carroll Street. They opened up
Shout out to
a
Mount
new
Carroll's.
brick and mortar store.
Shout
It
out to
has
Mount
frozen
Carroll's.
treats, ice cream, cakes, sandwiches. It is at 2701 West 79th Street. That's 79th and Washtenaw. And they're open Saturday and Sunday from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. So I have to give them a shout out. I'm always going to promote black businesses and stuff like that, and that's what we need to do.
Can I just jump in real quick?
Yes,
I
sir.
can attest for Chef Tati's baking. I don't know if she's selling her baking there.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, she is?
She's good. She's good at
Woo!
it. Yeah.
Man, that's all I got to say. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes. So now for the viewing and listening audience, I have a special guest here. I want her to introduce herself. Then you guys will introduce yourself also.
Yeah.
So without further ado, it's on you, young lady.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Cherl Austin, and I am a health aging coach.
Yeah.
And the things that you should know about me is I am a widow, a mother, a grandmother, a great-grandmother, an instructor, a Christian.
Come on.
And I've been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm here today, I want to talk about health and aging. It's so important.
Yes, it is.
And I'm looking at these two young gentlemen here. And you've got to come a long way. And you got to take care of your body because that's your temple.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Shout out.
Mhm.
Shout
That's
out.
what I'm talking about.
I like
That's what
that.
I'm
I like
talking
that.
That was
Yeah.
absolutely.
Introduce yourself.
Before I do, how do I even match up? You know what I mean? You know, you keep working and you just keep serving people. And that's all you can do. What you're doing, you're able to help, you know, Mr. Ben here and others. So keep doing it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm Dominic.
Yeah, let
No,
them
let
know.
me say it again. I'm Dominic, and I am just so excited to be back on the show with y'all, man.
Yeah, man.
It's been a little bit of a minute. You know, found a hole to, you know, plant myself in so that I can grow a little bit more. So I'm glad
like
to
that.
be back with you guys.
New
You know what
pot.
I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
New soil. Just find out how to, you know, come back a little bit better than before. So that's how we do these things. But so happy to see you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say. You can follow me on IG if you want to. I'm at dmnk.djur. So that's it.
Shout out.
Pass
shout
the
out.
reins to my homies right here. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
See what I do for sure.
Me. My name is Amron Hammons. I go by Ammo. Nice to meet y'all. We having a great day. I'm working on life, working on the brand, working on helping people, working on keeping people alive. I'm in EMT school right now. So yeah, like we making it happen. We making a lot of stuff work. We here with Ben Willis. Gratitude to Ben Willis. We making this
Thank you.
happen.
He brought us together.
Thank you.
Gratitude.
Thank
We got a live audience.
we do.
Yes. Yes.
we making stuff happen. So,
Yes, progress.
Godspeed, and I'm here to see us cherish these days and elevate. That's what I'm here for. Yeah.
My name is Minister Ben Willis. Of course, I keep it 100, uncut,
Okay.
unapologetic, straight with no chaser. That's how I really
That's
get.
him.
Like I said, me doing this show was instructions from my mother. God rest her soul. It was her inspiration that got me doing this. It got me started doing this,
Shout out
and
to
just to
Mom.
look at to help other people, have a platform to share, and everybody's story, because everybody got a story to tell. It's an inspiration for people,
Yeah.
and people need inspiration, and not only inspiration, but I like to come up with solutions, and to have things done, because anybody could talk about it. You know, they say talk about it, but be about it, and so that's what I do. And I'm just gonna be a humble servant at that.
Yeah,
So now,
love that.
uh,
Shout out.
Shout
Humble
out.
servant.
Shout out to Humble
I
Servant.
need that.
Cherl is my mentor. She is my mentor. I'm gonna tell you the story why I got into gospel aerobics.
Let them know.
I'm up there working out, right? I go up there and lift weights and things of that nature. And it was a young lady there, and I see that she had some kind of issue. You know, she had, she was dealing with some things, okay?
Okay.
You know, she was dealing with some things. And out of the blue, she said, why don't you come down to gospel aerobics? and work. I say, the gospel aerobics. I'm not doing no aerobics.
Gospel aerobics do sound crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just different. It's different, you know. But the thing is because I'm sitting there and I'm talking with her because I knew that she was dealing with some things. And I say, yeah, I'm gonna be down there. I'm going down there. I'll be down there. She said, okay, just come down there Friday. I said, all right, I'll be there. So I didn't go. I had no intention of going. I just wanted to blow her off. And so I come back there Monday, and I see her, and she came back over there and sat by me, and she says, I thought you said that you were going to be there Friday. I was like, I thought she would forget because I'm thinking mentally she's not fully intact. You understand? You understand what I'm saying?
You.
Yeah.
I said she wasn't fully intact, so she said, and you gave me your word and not knock me down.
She clocking you, Big W.
That knocked
clocking you.
That knocked me down. That really did. That knocked me down. I said, my word. And she said, I said, what time it starts? She said, at 9 o'clock. I'm like, 9 o'clock? I just be getting up around 8 something.
I don't know. We pushing it now. That's
yeah. So I said, I'm going to be there. I said, I'm going to be there.
All right.
And I showed up. I showed up at 9 o'clock because I gave this lady my word.
Indeed.
And she was there, and she was sitting there in the front, and she saw me. She said, okay, you made it. And I got in there, and it was, man, it was the hardest thing I ever done. I'm a football player.
This was your class.
Yes.
I'm a football player. I've had many coaches, basketball and track. This is the hardest thing I ever done in my life.
Wait, I got
exercising.
a question. Wait, how do you feel about that? That being his statement.
Hardest thing he's ever done in his life.
Physically.
Sometime I'd have to offer some encouragement. Like when I see him.
You can do it.
Right?
Get on your feet. Keep
when
moving.
I would see him
Breathe.
even in the hall before class, I'd be saying, are you coming? Can you do this? I'll be there. I'll be there.
Good.
And I think the opinion around the center is the men don't feel that they need that. They feel
Right.
that they just need weights, heavy weights, lifting weights.
Right.
But they don't understand that you have to be able to be flexible, move the muscles. You have to be able to lift the weights.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we try to do, our goal is to keep everything moving.
Mm-hmm.
Not just to be able to pick up 150 pounds. You want to be able to walk for at least 4 or 5 blocks.
Right.
Okay, so
He's locked.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm literally taking all notes.
Yeah.
Yes. And another thing, there's this male and female image. A woman teaching the exercise class, sometimes men are offended or not comfortable with that. But I let them know I don't play.
No,
And-
she don't. No, she don't. For real.
And when you leave,
what?
you will feel like you have had a workout.
I mean,
Right,
I'm
that's-
talking about
yeah.
Thursday. I had to get myself together psychologically. No, seriously.
Thursday, the day before.
The
You had
day
to- you
before,
had
I
to
was
lock it in.
every
You had to find it.
Thursday,
You knew it was coming.
Every Thursday, I had to get myself together psychologically because I got to get up early and get at it.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to tell you, shout out to the Gospel Aerobics class.
I'll
Yes,
tell you
that
that,
is.
man.
I mean,
doing it.
you
Can I
can talk
take it?
about
Take
them
it.
because they are awesome. I'm talking about it's hard for me. It's very hard for me, but it's helped me a lot. It's helped me tremendously because
Right.
I'm exercising muscle groups that I don't
Don't
use.
use.
Exactly.
That I don't use, lifting weights and everything else.
Yes.
But when you're doing, you're hitting different angles of your body and the muscle groups and your tendons, it's like, man, there's awakening.
Your
But
body's
still
waking
tough.
up. Yep, exactly.
I'm gonna tell you another thing. I'm gonna tell you another story real
He's
quick.
locked. He's locked.
Real,
Go ahead.
Real quick. So I'm in a class, right? I'm doing the gospel aerobics and all that kind of stuff and everything,
Right.
physically fit and all that kind of stuff. So I'm at Navy Pier, right? And I'm at Billy Goat's, Billy Goat's little lounge.
Okay.
Okay.
So they
yeah,
got
okay,
great
understood that.
cheeseburgers,
Yeah.
the cheeseburger does that.
Ah.
So I'm getting a double
love
cheeseburger,
a
right?
cheeseburger.
I'm there, double cheeseburger, give me the
Wow.
shake, all the fries, the biggest fries and everything. And who do I stand next to me with the cashier? It was her.
I was looking at his food.
I said, damn. She said, I'll
Oh,
see
you know what that
Friday.
was? You know what that was?
I said, I'll see you
that
Friday.
was that was a godsend reminding you, hey,
Yeah.
I thought you made a commitment, sir. Not
Yeah.
you went for the double cheese. You thought you
Yeah.
was gonna get
Double
away
weight.
with the
Yeah,
biggest,
really.
nastiest, sloppiest. Nah.
And I'm going in.
She
What
got
you
your back.
said about a godsend was that the young lady that inspired me to go. I don't see her no more. You know, what I mean, she has like some issues or something, whatever it is. But I don't see her no more. But I'm still there. And a lot of times, what happens is that God inspires people and gives inspiration for you to do, and that's directions. And I said, you know what? I'm going because that could be an angel. This is, hey, this is what you need to do.
Indeed.
So that's what so that's why I'm still
Like
that's why
that.
I'm still there.
Stay
Now I'm gonna
active.
tell you something. Now I'm gonna tell you another.
Hold on. How many classes have you done so far? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump in.
I go every Friday. I know she go. I mean,
I have classes Mondays and Fridays.
Yeah, but see, I can't get myself I can't get myself minute together on Sunday. I wait for Thursday. Now I'm gonna say another thing too, and it ain't a diva type of thing or nothing like that. I am usually it starts at 9 o'clock, but I'm usually fashionably late.
Yes.
Fashionably late.
Fashionably late.
But I see them from upstairs. I be looking down there, so they're getting in. I said, they're getting tired now. Let me go down. Let me go down.
When to
Get
show
it
up.
together.
Yeah.
You got to make sure when to show
Yeah.
up stuff. Right time.
So, Cherl, I want you to tell the viewing and listening audience your journey and what inspired you to take this on.
Okay.
And then where you grew up at and what school you went to and things of that nature.
Yeah, talk
the
to
floor
us.
is yours.
Okay, let me tell you a little bit about how I got into gospel aerobics.
Okay.
The Croc Center opened 12 years ago, and that's a recreation center on the south side, if you don't know, 119th Street,
Yep.
and it have a variety of things. So I was teaching line dancing 3 days a week, 3 classes a day.
Dang.
Then my husband became ill, and I wasn't able to do it that much. And so I was off for about 2 years, and then somebody came to me and said, "Can you do a class for me?" And I was like, "Well, no, I haven't been doing it." She said, "You can." So
That's that
So-
God sent angel.
yes, she came and she told me that she needed help and for me to do it. So I went in and then I liked it. It was like, okay. So now I had been sitting and slumping it off,
Okay.
and this was my key to get back into it. So then I took some classes. They turned me loose, and I took some classes, got certified, and so I just kept going and going. And what it does is good for me, and it's good for the people that I work with. I had a real bad attack of sciatica, and I didn't think I was going to be able to walk. I mean, I was
Can you
in so
explain
much pain.
explain sciatica?
Sciatica is a pain that you don't want to have.
It's in your legs,
And
right?
it
Simple
comes,
as that.
mine started here at my waist and went all the way down to my leg. And it's not a sudden pain, it's an ongoing toothache. It just hurts and hurts and hurts. And they prescribed some heavy duty painkillers. I couldn't take those. I would take a painkiller and sleep for 12 hours. I was like, no, this is not going to work. And so,
hours is
yes,
crazy.
yes. And it's not good for your kidneys and all that. But anyway, I decided that I needed to do something physical. So I started working out more, stretching more, exercising more.
Wait, I got a question. How do you decide that you're doing something physical if you're already in pain though?
If you're in pain, that's what you need to do.
Okay.
Do something physical. If you notice, football players and things, when they have injuries, what do?
Go through
They
the
send them to
therapy.
rehab.
Rehab,
And
yes.
they're in pain
That's
and
right.
they have to work it out.
Mhm.
So we have to do the same thing. And as you're aging, motion is lotion for us. If you are not
Say
moving,
that again. Say that again.
Right, hold on.
Motion is
Shout
what?
out
motion is lotion.
Yeah.
for
Well,
you,
let's
Judge.
say it all together. Let's say it all together at one time. Motion is lotion.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
it
You on your
is.
elbows or your
For your
knees.
joints
Right.
and knees, yes.
All right.
It's very important.
Yeah.
And you've heard the old sayings, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. All of that is true.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. Sitting is like smoking.
Mm-hmm.
All of that is true.
Yeah.
So all of those things I incorporated into our classes. I try to educate as well as do physical exercises. I have them now doing the stretching and for their wrists, which I didn't know. It was a new learning experience for me to know that that was connected to your heart. And so, yes, and so now they're encouraging you to squeeze your balls, your stress balls, at least once or twice a day. As you
I was about to go right home and take care of that. No, she said stress balls, though. She corrected it. Yeah. You said wrist work? I'm finna sit right here and just start.
Yes. I incorporate that into my exercises.
Right.
We do that.
Beautiful.
Also, one of the things that it also does is it allows you to socialize.
Right.
And as you're getting older, you're losing your friends and family and different things. And to have an area or a program or something that you can participate in and socialize is good mentally, spiritually, and phically.
Yeah.
And you have to
body
keep
and soul.
all of those things. When you're doing your exercises, you also need to keep a spirit, a good and kind spirit, and to say affirmations to yourself in the morning. This is going to be a good day.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Right.
God is good.
Yes.
All those things.
right.
You need to say those things to yourself and be very mindful of taking care of your own physical, mental, and spiritual being. So in my class, we do a lot of stretching, a lot of bending, a lot of, they threaten me. They threaten to call the police for adult abuse.
They threatened to call the police.
I got them on speed dial.
Sometime at the end of class, they said they're going to make a report that I overworked them. But they come back.
Right.
They come back.
They come back.
Yes.
And we have around 70 people.
Dang,
It's
on Mondays
deep.
and Fridays. I feel the gym.
Regular.
Yeah.
Yes.
Regular.
Yes.
Regular. The gospel
Hey,
aerobics
shout out
class.
to that.
Yeah.
They are
That's
awesome.
being built.
That's
Yeah.
She said my little gospel aerobics journey. So
Yeah,
clap
yeah,
for that.
yeah, right.
Not 70
Yeah.
people consistent.
Wait, don't forget that. Don't forget where you from.
Oh,
Where you
I'm
grew
from.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I was born
to
in
us.
Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I came to Chicago at 10 years old. My father worked for U.S. Steel, and so
Okay.
we moved from Pittsburgh to Chicago. I went to Oakland Elementary School. I went to Hyde Park High School.
Yeah.
I went to Penn State College,
Right.
and I'm here.
Yeah.
Great. Great.
I'm married.
Yeah.
I married at a young age, and I have 3 daughters, 3 grandchildren,
Okay.
1 great-grandchild.
She's locked.
Yeah.
She's locked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can they keep up with you?
No.
Oh.
They call,
I'm
my
talking
granddaughter
about.
says all the time she has to call now to make an appointment to see me. But that's not true.
Grandma's busy.
Yeah.
That's not true. That's
Wow.
not true.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
God bless
amazing.
you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I went through a dark period when my husband died in 2019, and I had sort of shut everyone out of my life, and I didn't know who I was,
Grief can
what
do
I was
that.
going to do,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And I had a friend who said, "No, this is not going to work. Get yourself up off that couch. Let's go." And so I had lost about 40 pounds. I looked like a walking skeleton. And she was like, "No, you're going to eat. You're going to drink water. You're going to get well."
Shout out
And,
to your friend.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
yes,
a real
she
friend.
really did. She really
a real
pulled me
friend.
up out of the doldrums, and so I give her a lot of credit for that, and God too. And so that was a dark period for me, but I'm not in that anymore.
Right. Your light shine.
Yeah,
God
thank
did.
you.
Your light,
God
your light
did.
shine.
If I may ask you, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna. How do you encourage your class to, get through that? Kind of they're feeling discouraged about having to do something like being physical. How do you encourage them?
Well, I have two methods: kicking and hugging.
Kicking and hugging.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to give them a little kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do have to give them a little kick.
You get kicked, Mr. Ben.
She just kicked him.
You get right. Oh,
She
damn.
just kicked him.
Take me again. I'm into that. Yeah, that is.
Kicking and hugging.
I mean, just me witnessing, being there and witnessing that the class, they work. I mean, they put the work in. You got people in wheelchairs. that's there.
Yes.
They
That's great.
show up regular.
That's great.
They're in wheelchairs and that, and they all love this one. I mean, they
Godspeed.
genuinely love this woman.
Shout out to Love.
And you don't know the effect that you can have on people's lives, because actually, really, when you're young, you don't see it, but as you get older, some people get discouraged. They're not like they used to be, vibrant and everything else.
Exactly.
And they sit at home and they wait to die. Mm-hmm. They feel like they don't have a chance.
Yeah.
So they just sit there. And so you're inspiring people to live.
Indeed.
And to live a good life. To live a good life.
And I hear some of that, and that makes me feel so good. Some will tell me, when I first came to class, I couldn't raise my arm over my head. And I would tell them, you take a little at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Now her arm, she's raising her arm. I had people that, we do our getting in and out of the chair.
Yeah.
Some say that they started at 5.
Right.
Now I'm doing 50.
Oh, they locked in.
Yes,
they locked in.
Yes. I have a woman, as you say, the woman in the wheelchair.
Yes.
Now she's raising her knees.
Yeah.
Lifting her knees with weights.
Yeah.
So those kind of things, that makes me feel good to see. And I also want to let them know, you go at your speed. You can't do what I do.
Right.
I've been doing this for a while.
Now she bragging.
Yeah,
now
I'm
she
not
bragging.
I'm not bragging. I'm not bragging.
She's definitely humble.
She started dancing, doing line dances after the class, and I'm like, she's a machine. She's a machine.
Still going.
What's
can you when you work out, what's your longest span of time? You go an hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours in the gym?
50 minutes. I do, my classes are 50 minutes, but I can do longer than that.
And see, and so you guys who are in physical fitness,
right?
Y'all should do the same thing. Go to her class, get a chance. Go in there.
We gotta go in there.
Go.
Yes.
You said it was worth. It was worth for you.
I'm gonna take your advice and just know that it's tough.
No, go. Y'all be in the mirror doing all of this here stuff and all that. Go ahead and go in there.
No, that doesn't.
Go in there. Selfies and everything. Go in her class.
Check it out. Right with you. We're going to be right with you.
I have one more question. What inspired you to combine gospel and exercise together?
Okay, I'm a Christian. I believe in God. And I think that one of the things that we need to share is that there is life, and it can be lived, and it can be lived holy, it can be lived clean. And you can do, gospel doesn't mean that you have to be restrictive and you can't smile, you can't laugh, you can't dance. We do it all in that class. 2 gospel music and different types of music. And, in the Bible it says, they danced and sang. And,
that's the dance.
Yes, they had
a joyful noise.
Yes, they had cymbals. All kinds of things.
Yeah, David was a musician and a singer.
Yes.
Yeah, God said that David is the apple of his eye.
Yes.
And that's interesting about the gospel, because I know about aerobics. They said gospel aerobics. So okay, I'm going to go down to gospel aerobics. Here's the thing that got me, though. The first day I was there, and they working. And I mean, they working. I'm pouring sweat. And then a song come on, they say, Jesus, and they really got hyped. And I was like, after the class, Jesus. I was like, if I hear Jesus' name one more time.
That's the spirit grabbing him, right? The
spirit
was in him.
Really going. I was like, y'all slow down.
The spirit was in him. He was amped up.
I said, hey, Jesus, they're fired up. But that's awesome. Man. It is. I'm like I said, I'm glad that I did, and the angel, the lady that God put that inspiration to talk to me, to instruct me to go. I'm forever wherever she is. May God bless her, and because that helped. I mean, actually helped me a lot. I'm telling you, it helps me a lot.
I want to say she gave you that railroad. This is March. I want to let the people out there know this is March, and they say that Harriet Tubman's birthday was in March. Somewhere, 1822. She was born in March, so she was the railroad for you. That's all I want to do.
Okay, that's good. That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
See, people want to get young people a lot of, they give them bad press. Hey. They say they don't want to do anything, not doing it, and nothing, and all that kind of stuff.
That's it right there.
these young fellas are really, these are giants here, up and coming giants. These young men
Shout out to Dom.
are doing things,
T.
and Dante that's sitting there to come on next.
Yeah.
They're doing great things.
Yes,
You
yes,
know,
yes.
and they don't highlight, these young fellas that's doing things. They are doing some great things, and I'm so proud of them. And like I said, I have a platform, and anybody can come on. You got something positive to do or something to bring, come on. Come on and let's talk about it. And I want to elevate, and that's what I like to do, and connect the youth and the elders.
Indeed.
Intergenerational. This is feeling good for me.
We are all still alive. You know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
think that's the most important thing. I'm young, but like we've all experienced things where the feelings of life are all the same, right? Hurt, joy, despair, things like that. Like we understand feelings, and like, maturity comes to all of us all the time. It's like a never-ending thing. Like even though we're separated in decades or whatever, you're still learning. I'm still learning. The baby that is in my place because she's my niece still learning. Like we're all just still learning because we get the joy of being alive. So I'm grateful I get to, listen to you, and I'm huge into working out. Like I'll be in the mirror doing my thing. I do be in the mirror. I ain't gonna lie. I do gotta check myself. You know what I mean? But like the fact that like you're here and you're inspiring me to
Still
just be
doing
like,
it.
right now I gotta go. Like I can't
Still
quit
doing
because you doing it. And I just love that for you. So.
And it
I
doesn't
appreciate you.
stop. That's what I want to encourage
No,
people.
it don't stop.
I
It don't
want to
stop.
encourage them. Just because you reach a certain age, it doesn't mean you have to stop.
That's right.
Yeah.
You
That's right.
keep it moving.
That's right.
Keep it moving.
What
I
love
she
that.
say? Motion is lotion.
Motion
Motion
is
is
lotion.
lotion.
Motion is
motion is
lotion.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get that on
motion
my
is lotion.
wall, like in a sticker.
that is good.
Motion is lotion.
I'm gonna say that right quick, because it's been puzzling me. This has been puzzling me. I'm gonna ask y'all something. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Is
When
a
you go to
hot dog
Maxwell's,
a-
it is.
What is it?
In Chicago, if you go to
no.
Maxwell's,
Is it?
it counts as a
Okay,
sandwich. It come with
you
fries.
got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, a bologna sandwich. You don't say a hot dog sandwich.
No, you don't.
But
I don't.
But is it a sandwich?
Yes.
How?
Hot dog is a sandwich.
Or is it
Yes.
a taco?
No, it's a sandwich.
He's locked. He's
it's
locked.
a
He's locked.
sandwich. Meat and bread. It's a sandwich.
Meat and bread.
But you
never asked for a hot dog
a taco
sandwich.
is
Yeah.
a hot. When was it invented?
I know we gonna have to ask somebody. We gonna have to ask
When
like,
they made it, what were they
major meat
thinking?
companies or major like bread companies. We gotta ask them like, we can email them. Is a hot dog a sandwich, or is it
But
a
what do
taco?
you think? What do y'all think?
I think a hot dog is a hot dog.
No, literally, that was about to be what I
I get what you're saying though, because when they go with the bread, like, is it a sandwich? Yes, a hot dog is a hot dog, but when they go with the bread, they make it a sandwich, I guess.
But when you go ask them, you say, I want to give me 2 hot dogs with everything, da da da. You don't say, give me 2 hot dog sandwiches.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm the type of guy that's gonna go outside when we're done here and start asking for hot dog sandwiches.
All right,
and see what they
that's
say.
crazy.
I'm just gonna
That's
say
And see what happens.
I just want to see the response on people's faces.
Yeah, that's just stuff
You know
like
what I
that
mean?
go to my mind.
Okay, but like when you go to the store, like when you go, oh my goodness, when you go to like McDonald's or something, would you say, let me get a bottle of water? No, you just say, let me get some water, some ice water. You don't say, let me get a cup with water in it and ice. You just say, let me get some water. That's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
All right. He got it.
He's trying to make sense out of nonsense.
That's that
Just
young
trying to do
thinking, that
something like
super
that.
young. Yeah, they got it.
Look, I also wear another hat. It's called a relationship guru.
All right.
So you.
So people write into me about
my man right
about their situations and their relationships. So this guy and this lady, they asked me a question about this situation.
Uh-oh.
And I said, I'm going to ask the panel on the show, what do they think? Now, let me give this to you. Let me get this to you. The fellow was saying he was at his girlfriend's house. He's sitting there talking with his girlfriend. And so the phone rings, and his ex-girlfriend calls him while he's there at his girlfriend's house. And what she did, she called him and told him that one of her family members passed away, and so on and so forth, and everything else. He's like, yeah, da 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 da. Right. He say, now he's in the meantime while he's talking to his ex-girlfriend, his girlfriend staring at him.
Right.
That's
Right?
tough.
Right.
So he says, okay, but I'll call you back later. Because he said, look, I'm sitting there, I'm here with my girlfriend.
And she's staring at him.
And I don't want to, keep talking and everything else. So
We'll talk about it later.
So anyway, his girlfriend asked him, who was that? He said, that was my ex. And she was telling him about one of the family members passed away.
Right.
And okay, so he goes home. And his girlfriend calls him and say, yeah, if you're going to the funeral, I'm going too.
That's cool.
But he said he had no chance he wasn't even thinking about no funeral.
Right.
And then she asked him, she said, did you call her back? He said, no. She said, well, if you call her back, you call her back in front of me. Now, he asked me, he said he's not going to do that. He said, is he right in not doing that? And his girlfriend asked, she said, no, is it right for me to say that? Should he call her back in front of me? I said, well, I don't know. I'm going to bring this to the panel.
Okay.
So what do y'all think?
Well, I would stay out of that mess.
No,
That's crazy. Me personally, I think like, okay, I get it.
Too
I feel like,
So should he call her back in front of his girlfriend?
yeah,
Call her back.
Call her back. Just
Yeah.
let them know like I can be here for you, but I can't like let you console me. Like I can't be your codependent.
She was trying to be consoling.
You don't know that.
Yeah,
You don't know
exactly.
that.
No, that's
You don't know
exactly
that.
what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
So you
The
can let them know like
ex-girlfriend?
I'm here for you. Feel me?
Yeah.
Not shout out to them, like but
Nah, look,
their life was great. I know what they meant to you, this, that, and the third, but I can't be as much for you. But
you can sympathize.
yeah,
Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Okay, you can sympathize with them because you understand loss. But if you're in a new relationship, and your girl right there, and she's talking about you gotta call her in front of me, my thing is like, what difference does it make? I'm gonna handle it.
right.
But if she says,
it is okay for him to call her back in front of his girlfriend?
it's the demand.
that's okay.
It's the demand that throws
The
me
demand
off.
say, call her back in front of me.
Nah, I wouldn't. I'm like,
Why did she call him in the first place?
She just told him about
the console.
No, she
It
told
was the console.
because
She's
he
locked. She's
She
locked.
knows already.
because he knows the family member. She knows the family member.
This is the answer.
She's locked.
The answer is provided.
You're right.
She knows he knows the family member.
So
Okay. So like,
It
did
don't
did he
matter.
tell you like which
That's
family
the
member it
ex.
was? Like, was it the dog that died, or somebody auntie, cousin, or was it
They didn't
somebody
go,
close?
didn't go into all of that.
Nah, see.
All right.
now he could, just do the right thing, like, just do it just to, let it be done and be, because if it really isn't nothing and he knows what he's doing,
Be transparent with it.
I call it a day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But if he wanna, why you gotta? I don't. Why? Then you just wanna, cause
He could have ended that. That could have been ended.
What could he have
right
done?
there
Let us
at
know.
that
What
phone
could he have
call.
done?
Yeah.
Then?
Right.
What could he have done?
Yeah, what could he have done? Should he call his ex in front of his girlfriend?
He could offer his condolences.
Which he
I'm
did.
real
Which he
sorry
did. Which he did.
But
While
I
she
will
was
not
there.
be able to attend any services or whatever else.
Right. But she said you did, because he said he cut it off. He said, "Listen, I'll call you back later."
yeah.
And his girlfriend said, "No, you gonna call her back? Call her back in front of me."
See that? Yeah, like
Why
that.
did he offer to call it back? He could have
Because he
just
didn't want to continue talking to his ex while he's there with his
Because his ex was trying to console him probably about like the situation, especially if they like been together. It's messy, man. Why you
That's
get yourself
messy.
involved in
That's
stuff like that, man? Why
messy.
you do
That's
that,
very
man?
messy.
Why you
That's
do that,
messy.
man?
I got some more mess. Okay.
Don't. Well, let's just give him advice. Let's give him
Give
advice.
him some advice.
You can call her back with your woman right there. Just don't let it go too far, man. Keep
And
it
what do you mean too
transparent.
far?
Oh, can you come see me? I need a
No.
hug. None
No.
of that. None of that. Just keep it cool. Keep it cool, man.
Right.
Keep it cordial.
No.
You feel bad for the loss. Life is good. Praise God, and go on about your day.
Yeah, then he could just say, you know what? He could tell his girl, like, I took care of it.
Right.
And then,
Yeah.
and it's done.
And that's
it's
done.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
just going to have to take his word for it. If it
Right.
other
And,
than that.
and that's I think that's a
All
better
right,
approach.
what else you got, Ben Willis? What
I
else
got
you
another one. I got another one. Okay, look. So this guy, this guy and this lady and her boyfriend, they went out for dinner, right? They're gonna have a little drinks, dinner, little music and stuff like that. So she went to the washroom. She said on her way back, a guy tried to talk to her.
Okay.
She told her, "Look, my boyfriend is sitting there at the table." and say the guy says, well, I'm not interested if your boyfriend is sitting at the table. I'm trying to talk to you. So the boyfriend sees the interaction.
Right.
He gets up, and him and the guy is arguing. So before you know it, the boyfriend got beat severely.
Really?
He got knocked smooth
That's
out.
tough.
Oh,
Right?
my.
Boyfriend got
The
knocked
boyfriend got knocked. He took an L.
That's tough.
So the young lady told me,
Damn.
she said, in a way, she liked the idea that two guys was fighting over her.
Ah.
And I was like, She said, was anything wrong with me feeling like that? And then she said, she kind of liked the guy that won the fight. And said, was that bad? And so I started thinking like, really? But also, what do y'all think about that? What y'all think about that?
That's messy.
Oh, that's tough.
It's messy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, nah.
Why did the boyfriend approach the man that was talking to his girlfriend?
Right.
You say he should have minded his business? He should have minded his business?
Yes, he should have waited for her to come and sit down and talk to her, not him. In my opinion.
That's okay.
Yeah, a lot of
The
But you know,
boyfriend.
but men know this like, you know,
No,
that's that macho.
That's
I
you
know
that's
that
gonna
Y
get you knocked out,
chromosome can
clearly.
get you in a lot of trouble.
That
Yeah.
bravado gonna get you knocked out if
Yeah,
you
it got
don't
him
do it
knocked
right.
out.
Yeah, that's tough.
But you know, I mean, you get
But it's when to use it. This is when you how to do it, how to handle situations. Like I like it. Like okay, if I saw my girl talking to like being stopped by a dude, and then you know, like discernment is a key thing, right?
Right.
Watching
Okay.
body language. If she's you know enjoying that shit, trust me, you're not gonna see me at the table when you get back talking
Right,
to them.
right,
Right.
I'm gonna be
He's
gone.
locked. He's locked.
Right.
He's
But
locked.
if you know she handles herself the way she's supposed to, and then I can be like, what was that about?
Right.
And she tell me what it
Talk
is.
to her.
but the guy is persistent though. If he's
That's
persistent,
it.
then
That's
you
when
must-
you John
must
Wick his
defend-
ass. That's
You
when
must-
you
but the
hit
thing
John
is, but he
Wick.
can knock you out, and then
Nah,
that's it.
nah. He ain't gonna knock, he
So
gonna knock
now,
dude out.
so now, but I started thinking. She said, "Was she wrong in feeling that way?" But there's an animalistic type of feeling like that. It's an animalistic. The difference between us and animals is that we have intellect. You know, in fact, animals, what they do is, you know, like a male lion see a lioness, they walk up on the plane. He's gonna fight that male lion, and when he beats him, he gotta go. And his little cubbies is there. He go kill those cubbies because they don't belong to him, and he walks away with the lioness.
That's crazy.
That is the animal kingdom. They come in, they say, okay, this is what I'm doing, and they do it.
Tough.
So that's the animalistic feeling I think she had. And then, you know, I mean,
That was the
well,
part that I don't know if I can answer that.
One thing
part,
about
you know what I'm saying?
about that though is women have a penchant to hold things in because the guy got knocked out severely, and she probably used a lot of ice and an ice tray to put the lumps down. And if he ever try to get in an argument with her, she gonna say, "You didn't do that to dude." put them
No,
hammers on.
literally,
him.
he
That's
can
crazy.
never
So-
he can never get into
so-
an argument with her. Again.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
No.
One more thing, messy, because the time is running fast. I want to give you a real good one here. This guy, he asked me. He said, "Listen, he's dealing with his lady, right?
Directly.
And his lady's, you know, she's having a baby. And one night of drinking, he got into an affair with his girlfriend's sister,
What was they drinking?
and so now she's pregnant.
Oh.
And she's pregnant.
Wait a minute.
The
girlfriend's
His
sister?
girlfriend's sister.
Girlfriend's sister's
Okay.
pregnant.
I want to stay
But he
on
said
track.
he said he really liked the sister.
No, I'm getting
though.
off track.
He really liked
don't
he really
wanna be
liked
a
the
part of
sister.
that.
And he said he was struggling with telling his girlfriend that this happened because he don't want her to be upset through the pregnancy and stuff like
Oh,
that.
really?
Oh, absolutely.
So now here it is. Now they was like 6 months in. But this was like 6 months ago. He told me this. It's like 6 months in, and he said, "How would he be able to handle that?" And he said he really liked the sister. He don't like the,
His girlfriend.
girlfriend. So
The truth will always set you free.
and the ultrasound came back that they're both boys.
Eli Manning.
Yeah,
Peyton
they're both
Manning.
boys. So,
Okay.
so what would they be? Would they be brothers or would they be cousins?
Brothers?
Wait, so the sister,
Two sisters are having a baby by one guy.
yeah, they
Would
be,
they be brothers?
Brother, cousin?
that is what, and you're asking us what should he do?
Incest.
Yeah.
He better get up out of there.
Yeah,
Find some other
yes.
alternatives.
Yeah, they
'cause-
probably, and then what
Or they
happens to
might like it because there's some people out there that like real big
True.
families, so there'd be just one big family.
But the girlfriend got cheated on,
Right.
Yes.
and then and both the boys might come out looking just like the father, both of them.
Yeah.
And so when your nephew come over your house, you got to see that. That could be right. That's some messy stuff.
That is
You
crazy.
know, I got to do that.
So
But
what is your advice for them?
my advice: the best thing he could do is just take care of his children. Yeah, take care of his children.
Start there.
Right.
Earn some stripes back.
Take care of your children. Stay body armored up.
I was going
Let
to
it
say
go.
we have bulletproof
And-
vests.
right. And you probably ain't gonna be invited to the family reunion. You're probably not gonna be invited to that. And
He gonna need some therapy probably.
yeah, and just I mean, take care of your children.
Just start
You know,
there.
if you,
That's
if you
the
take
best
care of
spot.
your, if you take care of your
Bottom
children,
line.
whether the mother don't like you or not, you take care of the children.
Indeed.
Then that puts you in good graces.
That's a solid guy.
Yeah, that puts
Yeah.
you in good. Well,
Yeah.
they don't want no solid guys walking around like that. It's the two sisters.
Right.
Well, the time has got here, Cheryl. Is how fast it went.
All right.
Man,
Well,
it was-
could I say something before we
I
go?
want you to say something.
I would
Let us
like
know.
for our audience to affirm that they will take care of their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
They will drink water.
Audience.
They will sleep.
Yes,
They will eat better.
Audience.
It's important.
yes.
That's 5
Very
things.
important.
Every morning, say to yourself, "This is my temple, and I will honor it."
That's
Six
right.
things.
Can we do
Right.
that?
That's it.
Anything else?
Nah, that's-
Anything
that
else
was
you
a lot.
got
I can't
going
remember
on, or
all
any
of
other?
I have my classes at the Clark Center on Mondays and Fridays. Mondays and Fridays
Yeah.
at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Address
The address is on 119th and Loomis at the Clark Center
in Chicago.
in Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, instructor extraordinaire right here.
Shout out
I'm
to
telling
it,
you.
man.
Thank you so much, Cheryl.
Nah, really a
I
privilege
really
just to
appreciate
join
this.
And I'm a mature woman.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Seasoned.
Right. That's right. A little paprika and everything on there.
Parsley
Okay.
leaves.
Yeah. that
Seasoning
was-
salt.
Thank you
Yeah.
so
Lemon
much.
pepper.
Thank you so much,
you.
Cheryl,
Thank
for gracing this table with me. I really appreciate that. And God willing, I'll see you Friday.
you. Yes.
That's right.
Wait.
Thank
Okay.
you.
This is Minister Ben Willis show. Raw. Uncut. I said that wrong.
You said it wrong.
Go ahead.
This is Minister Ben Willis Blastoff Podcast. Uncut, unapologetic, straight with no chaser.
What he
No
said.
Thank you, everybody, and see you soon.
What he
That's
Tune
right.
in,
You
tune
can't
in.
get these guys a chance to do it.
Let 'em do
It's
nothing.
unscripted.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank
Thank you.